Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker, and can I echo the sentiments and condolences to Martin Crow's family at this point in time, a sad passing of a true legend. Mr. Speaker, whenever the ACT Party, and in particular that member, talks about employment contract, he clearly sold himself short at his job at TDC, because my family got there, negotiated their own contracts, and I can tell you they got paid a heck of a lot more than that member did right there. So any time he's involved in these types of pieces of legislation, Mr. Speaker, we're really, really concerned. However, I do want to commend his working alongside the member Sue Moroney in extending the parental leave and making sure that, as the member Marama Fox mentioned, things like matua whāngai, where those custodians, those caregivers for our babies are recognised, and they certainly have the time to develop and grow our young people, of which all the research and statistics say when you put that effort in at the beginning, it pays dividends at the end. And I was fortunate enough to sit alongside Sue Moroney in Rotorua, where she garnered a heck of a lot of public support for her paid parental leave bill, and it's nice to see some of the collaboration across the House, Mr. Speaker, and it's evident in this particular bill here. Mr. Speaker, I want to commend the workers and some of the good employers out there, because there are a lot of good employers out there. We certainly, on this side of the House, aren't accusing all employers of poor employment practices. We want to highlight many of the ones that do actually pay well. They give workers, hard-working Kiwis, guaranteed hours. They pay them well. They look after them and their families, knowing full well that when that worker is happy, that worker is satisfied, the job goes well, productivity goes up. And we want to congratulate all of those good employers out there and all of those hard-working employees, wherever they may be. Now, we've heard about the zero-hour contracts, and I want to pick up the point made by the member Andrew Bailey, the member for Hunua, who talked about the exclusivity clause and says that, you know, it's important to protect intellectual property rights, and yep, for the most part it is. But when we consider zero-hour contracts, Mr. Speaker, can I reassure the member for Hunua that the 11 herbs and spices secret is very much safe, because zero-hour contracts are primarily employed in the fast food industry. So while I acknowledge that you want to protect intellectual property, let me just reassure him, when he tucks into the KFC this weekend, the secret will be safe. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the zero-hour contracts and the stance by the Labour Party is we will support the bill at this stage. And we will support the bill at this stage in the hope that, as the member for the Green Party mentioned, when this bill first came into the House, it was very different to the bill that is in front of us today. And we hope that it'll change again as it progresses, because we want to make sure that zero-hour contracts are eliminated. We want to make sure that people can have financial security, job security. We want to make sure that all of the workers out there are recognised for the hard work that they do. So, Mr. Speaker, once again, to reiterate the position of the Labour Party, we will be supporting the bill at this particular point in time, and we can assure all of the hard-working Kiwis out there that we'll continue to work hard to make sure that they get a fair go in the Employment Relations Bill. Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker.